Today we're going to look at a pose called Janu Shirshasana, and you might want some blankets or a few folded towels to sit on. If you have yoga blocks, you can grab some yoga blocks. If you don't, that's fine too. So we're going to start by straightening the left leg out, having the right knee bent. Now, if that right knee is up like this, you can put either a block underneath it to support so that it's not pulling you over, or you can take a blanket and roll it up, or a towel, and just put it right under that knee. And then if you're sitting on the ground without blankets and you find yourself kind of sinking back like this, just grab a few blankets, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as many as you need. Sit your sit bones right up on the edge of the blanket. So your right knee is bent, the sole of the foot is against the thigh in a comfortable place. So don't force it to come in too close, especially if that hurts your knee or your hip. You can have the foot a little bit further down. And then we're going to start with the hands to either side of the left leg. Inhale, lengthen up through your spine, and then as you exhale, you can see if you can tilt forward just slightly, slowly starting to tilt. Now, if your hamstrings are really tight, your pose might be right here. Not folding forward, just flexing that left foot, engaging the quads, the top of the left thigh, and really feeling the stretch there and feeling the length through your spine. If you're able to fold forward a little bit, you want to make sure that you're folding from the hip crease. So again, it's all about angles. We looked at this in the last video too. Think of the angle between my thigh and my belly. You want that angle to decrease. So if I'm not folding from the hip crease and I'm folding from the chest, that angle is either going to not decrease or it will actually increase. So if I'm folding forward, I'm feeling myself rolling to the front of my sit bones, those bones that contact the ground when you sit. And then I'm keeping my hands to either side of that leg so that my shoulders can stay back, my chest is nice and open instead of sinking down and creating a lot of tension through here. And you only need to go as far as you need to go to get a stretch. And then I'm going to bring my head in line with my spine. Make sure you keep breathing deeply as you're in this pose. And then let's inhale up. Straighten the right leg, trying not to shift around with the torso as you make that transition. Bend the left knee. Again, you can put a blanket or a block under that knee if you like. Hands to either side of the right leg. And then really feel that length through your spine as you breathe in. And if you're folding forward, start to fold on the exhale. Don't worry about how far you fold. You just want to start to feel a stretch through the back of the leg. The more you flex that foot, the more you'll feel it. So if it's too much, you can start to kind of press through the ball of the foot to release a little bit. And then keep breathing deeply. And inhale, make your way up. Let's try to make that transition without twisting through the torso. So you have to engage your core, use those abdominal muscles, straighten the left leg, and then let's bend the right. I want to show you one of my favorite ways of doing this, which is with blocks. So if you're staying upright and not folding forward, the blocks give you a place to kind of rest your arms so you're not just hanging, and that can feel nice. If you're folding forward, it gives you something to support on as you're folding. So I'm just resting my forearms on the blocks. And then you have 3 heights of the blocks, so if you need to lower down, you can do that. And then one last thing I want to show you. I'm going to switch sides so I'm even. A lot of times this pose is done with a strap, which is a great way to do it. But the reason I don't teach it that way is sometimes, or often, when students come forward, there's a tendency for this to happen. Watch my shoulders. Because the goal becomes getting your hands as far down the strap as you can, and that doesn't look comfortable. And when it doesn't look comfortable, you're probably not getting a nice, healthy stretch. So I prefer to just have the hands to either side so you're not pulling. I like to think of all the poses as just relaxing into them rather than grabbing your foot or a strap and pulling your way in. So even though the name of this pose translates as head to knee pose, unless your hamstrings are, crazy flexible and loose, your head's not going to go to the knee, and that just doesn't matter. You want to think more of lengthening, so you're kind of trying to get your chin toward the ankle. That's what you have in your mind. If you think down, this happens. And again, you're not getting a good stretch through the hamstrings, you're just creating tension through here, and we have enough of that. So just a gentle, gentle stretch. So try that out, find a version of it that works for you. And again, remember, if you have any specific poses that you would like to see, put a comment down below the video and I will get to that for you. I'll be happy to. Thank you.